Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Webber and this is the final preview video for the 2021 BTCC season. As I said in my last video, it is finally race week and we are just one day away from the first qualifying session of the season at Thruxton. We have all our drivers confirmed. Hopefully, unless someone suddenly wants to pull out again. But yes, and in this topic today, we are going to be talking about Excelr8 trade price cars, motorsport racing cars, acceleration cars, motorsport. So yes, of course, today we are going to be talking about Excelr8 trade price cars racing. Obviously, the 4 Hyundai i30N fastback performance cars, I believe that's what they're called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, the 4 Hyundais, of course, now. They were 2. They are now expanding to 4. Excelr8 Motorsport have paired up with trade price cars, which is why there are now 4 Hyundais on the grid. And their drivers consist of Chris Smiley, Tom Ingram, Rick Parfitt Jr. and Jack Butel. 4 very decent drivers, of course. As we know, Chris Smiley, proven race winner, very decent driver. As well, Tom Ingram, former Independence champion, multiple race winner with Toyota, and he is, of course, moving into a new team. Jack Butel entering his 2nd season in the BTCC with now a very capable car under his hands. Could he potentially win the Jack Sears Trophy this year? And Rick Parfitt Jr., musician, 2017 British GT champion with Seb Morris, and yeah, of course, a rookie in the BTCC. So we have our drivers. Now let's just sort of talk about them, because that's just what I do. So I think we'll start with Tom Ingram. Yes, of course, Tom Ingram, as we know, a multiple-time race winner, the 2017 and 2018 BTCC Independence champion with Speedworks Motorsport, and of course he is now leaving Speedworks and the Works Toyota team to move into Excelr8 trade price cards in the Hyundai in hopes of in the hopes that he will one day become BTCC champion. Of course, that's why people want to race in touring cars, to obviously win the championship. And yeah, so Tom Ingram, as we know, the Ginstad merchant that he is, he's in a new team and in a new car. He said in pre-season testing that he feels very confident with the car already. Whether he'll be on the pace at Thruxton straight away, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be like previous years where he's able to adapt to a car very quickly. I don't think he'll be fully adapted to the car yet. However, I do think he will be there eventually. I'd say about round 3 he'll be on the pace. But again, the Hyundai is very unproven at the moment. We don't know if it can win races. Of course, Chris Smiley and Senna Proctor last year did get podiums respectively at Donington Park and Knock Hill. But yeah, it is an unproven car as a race winner and as a championship contender. So it is a real unknown for Tom Ingram. However, he has got he has got experience. You know, he's got 7 years experience now in the BTCC. So I'm sure he will use that experience to good hands. And speaking of another man with experience, is Chris Smiley. Yep, Chris Smiley, one-time race winner. Of course, as I said, a podium last year. Took Excelr8's first ever podium last year in the Hyundai. Of course, Chris is a very solid midfield driver. I sadly don't think he is that sort of championship caliber. No disrespect to you, Chris. I do like you a lot. But yeah, I mean, Chris, 100%, I can see him being the sort of the number 2 in the team. I do think Tom Ingram will be the number 1, purely because I think he's the best driver out of the 4. But yeah, Chris, I think podiums will come his way as well. You know, I think he'll be in the points as well, like Tom Ingram again. But yeah, I don't really see Chris winning races this year. But it may happen. It might happen in a reverse grid. He has got some he has got some experience now. I believe this is his 4th full season. I think this is his 5th full season or something in the BTCC. So Chris also has a bit of experience. And now moving on to Jack Butel. Jack, of course, moving into his new team as well, moving over from Excelr8 Motorsport, who are now using BMWs. They used to run the Mercedes A-Class. But yeah, Jack, a very capable driver. He was a regular point scorer in British F4 and did race some GTs, so he has got some experience. He was actually okay last year. Of course, he wasn't on the pace of Adam Morgan, who of course won a race last year. But, you know, Jack is a very capable driver, and I think he will be aiming for the Jack Sears Trophy. I think he will win the Jack Sears Trophy, and I think this is a long shot for me, but I do see Jack Butel taking a few overall podiums, maybe even a race win, potentially. Maybe, I don't really see it happening, but it could happen. So yeah, I think Jack Butel will be a solid driver, and I think he will definitely improve in the Hyundai compared to the Mercedes. And now, finally, Rick Parfitt Jr., the rookie out of the four. Of course, as we know, he raced in British GT and, of course, is a musician. So, you know, he'll obviously do the performance. He'll obviously do the music performances as a celebration, I'm sure. But yeah, Rick, I think this year it will just be a learning year for him. He's had a year out of motorsport. I believe he suffered from Crohn's disease. If I'm wrong, do let me know. But Rick, congratulations on surviving and stuff like that. So yeah, Rick, of course, he's had a year out of racing, which will hinder him a bit. Of course, and he's also moving into a touring car compared to a GT car. Of course, as we know, as I said earlier, he is the 2017 British GT champion with Seb Morris and Bentley. So he knows how to win races. I think for him it will just be a learning year. Maybe get some Jack Sears Trophy wins. And yeah, I think that's just it for them. So yeah, in conclusion, I think regular points and maybe a few podiums and maybe even a few race wins by Tom Ingram and Chris Smiley. But yeah, guys, another short and sweet video for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, let me know, do you think Tom Ingram can challenge for the championship in that Hyundai? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new around here, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends because it does help my channel grow. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.